York await answers following Friday's devastating attack in Grand Army Plaza. Schools are in session, subways are up and running, but tensions are high. Mosques.
Hey Vice Squad, every day you're going to be having a new episode, so come here every day at noon, you get a new episode. This episode centers around patriarchy, colorism in a sort of way, racial discrimination, and of course empowerment of the girl child, feminism in its sense. So yeah, the highlights why you should watch this review is because I'm going to talk about something juicy, if Layla is going to get laid with George or not. And I'm going to be talking about Jay. I'm going to be talking about her feminism act. Of course, I'm going to be talking about Owen and the boys, and of course Dom. Yes, and there's some French language in it. In fact, there's so much juice. If you want to know more, definitely watch the whole review. Thank you guys, and of course you'll be seeing clips, not just reviews with clips. So this episode starts with the Indian way of life, and here we get to see Siddhartha. And yeah, it's very intriguing and insightful because as the episode goes on, you get to see that he kind of is attractive to his own gender. You get, so he's kind of gay and he's attracted to his own gender, but it wasn't clear because we didn't fully see how he felt. We saw a part and his dad called him and we could not see, but we could see the traditional Indian way of life and how traditional, how they tell you what to do, how you're supposed to behave a certain way to make your parents happy. So basically, yeah, the Indian way of life, that's how it pushed on. And then for the second thing that we saw in the so there's this campaign that starts definitely with Layla Rachel. Layla at a certain point was called Rachel, and at a certain point she was called Layla. You know, I feel like she's a weird character and she behaves very weird with her dreams, and yes, she had some of those cartoon imaginations in her mind. And yeah, during this episode she kind of not really get laid, kind of. That's what I mean. You see a clip definitely of what I am saying here with George. So the friendship with Josh was kind of weird because you guys know that everybody knows that she's a nerd, so they're not giving it back to back, but she wants to go on and she asks the meaning of hookup, meaning that she's in school and she doesn't know the meaning of hookup, which is very common and a relatable story. So we get to see how Jill takes off the campaign, comes to school wearing her shirt written on it, the Free Nipple campaign, which is meant to empower the female and to fight patriarchy in a certain way. So she wears the same shirt and her classmates wear the same, but the teacher feels a certain way about
what can you see on me that you can't also see on them?
It's a different issue.
Absolutely, but it's a you.
So she takes on the character. Teacher gets annoyed, calls her out, call her names, the P word, which you're not supposed to call. She gets annoyed, goes to see Mr. White Wilderman. Is that the right pronunciation? Please correct me in the comment section. Goes and see the principal, and other boys came in the same way. The principal had to open the door not to feel a certain way. Other guys came in and he didn't punish them. So she was like, what is this all about? Why is it that the girl will be treated a certain way because she wears a certain kind of thing? And yes, I buy the idea, but however, that goes with the European society. In the African society, it's not our culture, so you don't want to bring that here because you have a lot to go through here. But it happens. Yes, is she right? Yes, she's right, but it is what it is. Prevention sometimes could be better than cure, which does not mean you should not dress the way you want, because I personally, you should be empowered, you should dress the way you want, 100 on 100, but just make sure you're safe and secured.
I got it.
So next we see the girls celebrating Layla for fighting patriarchy in a certain way. And yes, we still get to see friendship where her friends came up and supported. We see love or hookups or situationships. The kissing scene came in and we got to see the hookup scene with Layla at this point in time. And then we go to see this weird, as I said, the gayish kind of coming in, but we didn't see the full picture, which we are definitely going to be seeing in the next episode. And another thing that I wish to talk about in this episode was the fact that what happened the previous day was still talked about in the media. The parents are still scared, but young people are just living their life, just happy and being jolly. They are not particular about what was going on, and their mind is not focused on it, which is real, which is relatable. Most of the times adults, they take their time and they are aware because they know what they're talking about most of the time. So overall, I'll say I enjoyed this episode because this series is very relatable. Honestly, unlike the youth dramas that I watch, it's very relatable. The lines are real. The what it talks about is real. Sometimes you cringe a bit, which because it's drama. Yeah, it's possible, but the storyline is relatable and the characters give to it life, which is one thing that I applaud them for. So definitely, I'm giving this episode a 7 on 10. So make sure to watch the other episode every other day because I'm going to be reviewing each and every episode every other day. And yes, if you're my subscriber watching me, this is the gangster season because we're about to get to Christmas, so you have to do the hip-hop chill, the rings, the cap till Christmas. Okay, this is how we are going to be doing our gangster things. So please, what is your opinion about the episode 1 which you watch, and what do you think about this episode? What do you think will happen next? Keep in touch. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to be in the hip-hop vibe. It's about Christmas very soon, so we are gang. That's the personality for Christmas on this channel. Okay, you can't be left behind. Bye guys.